Let's talk about the dark side of the agent industry, the rep space, and a tactic most of these agents are using to get you to spend more money without even knowing. This is called an agent exchange rate. Now, you rep veterans might already know what this concept is, but you new guys need to be aware of this before you keep buying hauls. I actually didn't realize how bad it was, but it's quite bad. But to put it simply, some of you guys for the exact same product are paying upwards of 50 USD extra for the same thing for no reason, just because you're using a certain agent. So out of the entire space, I've got the largest agents. Of course, I did miss a few. I might make a follow-up video if you guys want it. So leave a comment and drop a like, and I'll revisit this. And I'll also compare all the agents' shipping prices in a future video. So drop a sub if you want to see that, because that one is crazier than this video. So what is an agent exchange rate? This is a rate set by the agent based off US dollar, how the Chinese dollar is going, and just the Chinese government in general. From what I've been told, it's up to the agent to constantly adjust this exchange rate. And what it seems like is a lot of these agents are not updating their exchange rate, and that's causing some of these agents to inflate prices on every product, and it's at the cost of the user. So in this video, we'll be featuring these agents. We've got ACBuy, MuleBuy, CNFans, SugarGoo, and CSSBuy. Of course, I missed SuperBuy, which I don't know why I did, so I might pop up some images of that because they are a massive agent as well. So across all these agents, I have the two same products lined up. We're going to see how these prices differ. So I have this basic figure as the first reference point. So this is not a budget piece by any means, but it's on the lower end of things. So you're going to see how this exchange rate works. So straight away, the worst offenders for the really bad exchange rates are CNFans having the absolute worst, MuleBuy and ACBuy following very close behind with a few cents to a few dollars difference. A quick disclaimer right now as well, I am not using this video to sell you anything, push a certain agent. We're just looking at the stats here. Whether you work for one of these agents or you're just a buyer, these are the stats. They don't lie. The Chinese are going to be upset by this, but it is what it is. So you can see the difference between this little product here. I'll just compare the worst to the best exchange rate. So for $45.92 is what it costs on CNFans. Now on SugarGoo, it costs $40.57. Now this is the same product, the same batch from the same guy. It's $5 more. So the same concept carries forward to the really budget items. Like if you're paying $2 for an item, exchange rate very minimal, while still going to be there, maybe $1 to $3 at most. It's not as bad if you're buying very budget items. Now, when we move to really high end items like this one here, this is a massive Astro Boy statue. Now this on SugarGoo costs $404. When we move over to CNFans, it costs $457. That is around like $50 odd extra for the exact same product for almost no reason. Now here are the other new agents that have a very similar price, comparing it to the cheapest one, SugarGoo. An honorable mention, CSSBuy, their exchange rate is very competitive with SugarGoo's. It's almost the same. So either of these agents, it's almost negligible, the difference. So either one works. Now CNFans by no means is a new agent. They've been around for a decent amount of time now, but when it comes to like agents, CSSBuy, SugarGoo, they've been around for 5-6 years. There seems to be a difference between the new agents, quote unquote, and the old agents and this exchange rate. Now, the biggest cope I see with this is people saying it's so minor of a difference. Why does it matter? Now, I'm gonna tell you why it does matter. I've given very extreme examples. The average person is not buying one haul a year. They're not buying one item a year. You're buying 10, 20, 30 items every now and then. If you're anything like me, tell me if I'm wrong. I might be delusional. You're always building up a haul. You're always buying items. This amount, if you stay loyal to an agent, will add up over time. PandaBuy, when it was around, was one of the worst offenders for this. I called it out on TikTok, and obviously the goons came after me saying it doesn't matter. It's so minor. I could argue as well their service was so good. I never used them, but their service was so good. It's almost like a payoff for using such a good service, the prices they were charging per item. But when it comes to these new agents, they don't offer anything better than these OG agents. Now, I know the first one you're going to say is SugarGoo and the brand restrictions. Well, they have all been lifted now, so you can buy anything on SugarGoo. I think 99% of items. And don't get me wrong, I understand this is how the world works. Companies need to make money. But when it comes to, honestly, these new agents not even adding a better service other than pretty much no brand restrictions, but that doesn't matter now because all the agents you can buy anything on now, I would really consider not staying loyal to one agent. I say this all the time, but it's comfortable. People stay with one agent. You'll end up paying the price for it. I've not even gotten to the shipping prices on some of these new agents compared to the old ones. To be honest, per haul, you're going to be paying a whole lot more each time. And when you do 5-6 hauls a year, that shit will add up. Now, like I said before, I know companies need to make money. This is a little bit too extreme though. And it's the same product, same everything. Honestly, the services aren't even as good as like an OG agent. I don't know what you're exactly paying for with this exchange rate. Please let me know if I'm missing something and you think it's worth paying a premium on each product. Of course, I did miss out some agents. So let me know if I missed out an agent and I'll revisit this. There could be some cheaper than SugarGoo that I just have never heard of before. I probably think that's the case, but let me know. Yeah, fuck. I'd be very curious in the comments to know if you even know about these exchange rates. Like when I made this video on TikTok, all the rep gurus were coming out saying, everyone knows this already, but I guarantee there's a portion of people that maybe joined the community last week that would have no clue this existed. And you guys need to be in the loop as well. We were all new once, and I think this is very valuable information you should know about. So if you guys want to see me make a video on comparing these agent shipping prices, let me know and I will do that, because once again, with little shit like this, it'll genuinely shock you how much some of these agents are charging for shipping for the same shipping line, sometimes even slower versions of shipping lines charging more. Certain agents overestimating each parcel, so you pay extra and then you get refunded the money, so it sort of forces you to spend more money, keep it in your balance, so you're not actually getting the money back. It's kind of forcing you to spend it again. Just little shady shit like that I will call out. So let me know if you want to see it. Drop a sub if you're new. I love each and every single one of you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.